Hello and welcome to Would You Help Me Draw a Picture? A short little visual novel developed by Slavomir, available on itch.io. And well, it's about a young artist's struggle to draw a picture, I guess. I guess we'll see what that means. A little bit of content warning though. This is tagged as horror, psychological horror in particular, so there may be some disturbing elements. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's begin. Hey brother. Wake up already. You promised to help me out with my drawing today. But you promised. I gently used my pen against the tablet at my table. I think I'm stuck. Why does drawing have to be so hard? Well, you know, why don't... there's an easy shortcut. It's called using AI. No, anyway. Come on, hurry, get up. Said that yesterday as well, come on. You need help getting up? Okay, I'll give you 5 more minutes, and not a single second more. I continued drawing what I thought was an unsalvageable painting. How do you finish a drawing anyway? This is worthless. I guess I'll just start a new one. I wish I was as talented as them. Little typo there. I stared in the white abyss that is the blank canvas in front of me. Is that spelled correctly? I don't know. Anyway, I'll catch up to you one day, I promise. Eh? Shut up. I thought you were going to sleep some more. I'm not even that loud. Actually, you aren't supposed to sleep now anyway. How will you give you enough time to wake up properly? I feel all alone when you're not around. Huh? I said I feel like you need to spend less time in your bed. You're hearing things. You're hearing things. Then again, you're still half asleep. Okay. Kind of weird, like he's like talking to someone, but we don't see the other person's dialogue. Alright, it was more like a monologue. He's not gonna help you. Shut up. Nothing, sorry. You're gonna have to help yourself. That's not true. I told you it's nothing. I just feel out of it today. What is today anyway? Well, I'm gonna check the calendar. You don't know either? To be honest, that happens a lot to me actually. I never know the day of the... like what the date is. It's always a blur to me. That's why I have to look at the bottom right of my Windows PC in order to see the date usually. Otherwise I forget. Guess it's hard to figure out given our current circumstances. Who cares anyway? It's been a while since I stopped caring about that. And I don't think you can care any more than I do, right? And now my tablet is starting acting up as well. I think it might be broken, even though I worked so hard to buy it for myself. As suffocating as it is for me that I would have to. Can't fix it by myself. You can't either, huh? Everything around us breaks so easily, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, look at us. Does it make you sad? I mean, you should really clean up. I feel like there's a lot of garbage everywhere. It sure makes me sad. Can't think about negative things now. It's not good for us. It's not good at all. Huh? Do you think he broke it? Okay. Hello there, kids. Hello there. No, I'll be your new father starting today. You don't have to feel forced to call me Dad. I know I can't expect that from you yet. Allow me to help take care of you guys for now. Your mother really needs it. I can be quite strict at times, so pay me no mind. Anyway, your father and I used to go to school together. We were good friends. I heard you're both artists too. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. Okay, that's the new father? New stepdad? Also, the stepdad was friends with the other father? Kind of weird. I'm assuming the original father is dead or divorced. I'm not sure. Anyway. He always tells me to stop drawing and do something more useful instead. What if he's right? Maybe he's finally had enough. I don't even like him either. You know, our mom always so loud downstairs, huh? Why are they so loud? Everything used to be so quiet when Dad was still around, but now... Not truth is, I'm scared to even go to the toilet anymore. No, he hasn't done anything to me in a while, but it still scares me. He scares me. I don't give him an excuse. I was wondering, you know, like, I mean, I guess they're living in an abusive household. I mean, you know, that's why it's so dirty. Also has broken glasses, also the bandages. I really wish you would. I would not wear broken glasses. I don't know. That would really irk me. You can get cheap glasses actually. You can order on glasses online. I feel like a lot of stores, like a lot of like glass stores. What do you call it actually? I don't know what you call it. But eyeglass stores in general, like the brick and mortar stuff, is like way expensive. Like it's way upcharged. You can get glasses way cheaper online. What's it called? I think it's called Zenny Optical or something. Yeah, I don't know. I bought these glasses right here, and they cost like, I don't know, $20. No, you have to pay extra for other stuff though. It's not as cheap as they advertise sometimes because you have to pay for delivery. You have to pay for what kind of lens you want. You have a better lens, you have to pay more. But generally speaking, it's way cheaper than buying it from a store. Anyway, I don't know why I went on a tangent about that, but I don't know. I feel like she needs new glasses, and you get cheap glasses online. Anyway, I continue drawing as I scratch my pen against the tablet, feeling all the little bumps on my screen. I can see the tip of my pen sliding to every nook and cranny engraved on it. It really is hard, huh? Drawing, I mean. Huh? I don't look too good. Brother, is there any way to talk to your cute little sister? What do you mean food? Well, that was 3 days ago, so I'm not even hungry yet. I've only eaten 3 days ago. What? What do you mean I should eat every day? Last I checked, humans could go way longer without food. It's not him, I don't have time to cook for us anymore. I really want to get better at drawing so he finally see that I could be useful. Plus, ever since our dad passed away, we haven't eaten a single proper meal anyway. I'm nowhere near his level as a chef. Okay, so it's confirmed that their original father has, bit the dust. I miss those days too. And what about sleep? I'll sleep when I'm sleepy. Those aren't bags under my eyes. It's dark and you're seeing things. Okay. No, you're still just half asleep. Oh, the glasses too. Was you dropping my appearance already? I'm not looking for a boyfriend, I'd rather not talk about it, okay? Don't worry, I can see fine. I glued them together pretty good. I can't afford new ones right now anyway, so no point worrying about it. Also, I know you're just gonna ask, but it's not his fault either. I just slipped. I just slipped, that's all. I simply tripped and broke, 5 bones in my arm, and this bleeding wound in my head is just simply from falling, that's all. You know how fragile I am. What do you mean that's the worst excuse I could have thought of? It's the truth. People break their hands from less. It's totally a legitimate excuse. Yes, it is. Don't worry about it. It's almost completely healed. Look, I can move it just fine now. Although it does start aching when I draw too much, but I can live with it. I won't let it stop me. Bzz? Oh, it's time for pills again. You can't skip them again. I don't like them either. They make me sleepy. I can't make my art while I'm asleep. So we should forget to drink them. Mom spends so much money buying it all for us, the least we can do is take them. She really is working hard for us, doing her best despite it all. I wish it was more like her. Yeah, you're right, but I always feel like I could be doing more, I promise you one day we'll get out of here. I'll make plenty of money as an artist once I get good enough. We're gonna live in a big house and have at least 3 dogs. I prefer dogs, so I'll be an old crazy dog lady instead. It's a lot of dogs. I've never actually had a pet, but I always feel like having pets is a big responsibility, and especially dogs. What you gotta do with dogs, you gotta walk them, it's like having 3 of them, I feel like that's a lot. Because we're never allowed one, I've always wanted a pet. You'll see, we're definitely gonna make it. I bet that even then, you'll still be better than me though. I'd say you're even on par with our dad. You made a lot of money doing it, so I know I can too. Yeah, I know you would've. It's all that guy's fault, isn't it? And maybe we should get rid of him. I said that maybe we should just ignore him. That'd be pretty hard, huh? Well, what's done is done, we can't change the past. Isn't that like a lyric? And like that song, Neon Genesis Evangelion? What's done is done, I don't know, I can't remember, what was it? Anyway, making circular motions with my pen, I try to draw a perfect circle. Why are circles so circular? It's annoying. In my frustration, the pen I held slipped out of my hand and dropped on the floor. Ah, there it goes again. I bent down and searched for it, knowing it would probably take a lot more than that to find it. I keep on digging my fingers in the ground for what feels like an eternity, but nothing happens. You don't need it. Brother, I can't find it. Could you help me look? What do you mean? That's just not my trash in here. Plus, why are you sleeping in my room anyway? Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a problem, isn't it? The smell is probably so bad I wouldn't be able to sleep like that either. Well, probably. Just as I said that, I managed to touch what felt like my pen and fish it out to the surface. I finally found it, look. Finger. What? Finger. No, everything's alright, don't worry. I just haven't been feeling great lately. Speaking of smells, this room has started becoming rather smelly too, don't you think? You should probably open the doors once in a while. No one of them we still can. The one on the right, don't you see? I guess you wouldn't. The canvas was once again begging for my attention. I felt my hand aching, but I can't stop now. I'm nearly finished with the drawing after all. Now that I finally got you out of your rooms, we can finally talk. I know I'm new here, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to me. I notice you have stopped going to school recently. Any reason for that? Whatever it is, you can't just skip. Your mother has enough on her hands already. She doesn't need you brats ruining her life even further. If you're not gonna study, make yourselves useful, get a damn job or something. Smile. Speaking of useful, go grab me another drink from the fridge. You can manage that at least, right? I really am not feeling too good. Maybe you're right. I really should lay down a bit, huh? I'm so close to finish my drawing, too. I'll need you to free my bed first anyway, though, so I guess I won't be sleeping yet. No, we're too old now to sleep in the same bed. We're not kids anymore. Or rather, we can't afford to be kids anymore. And how do you know when you're done with painting? Really? I thought you would know. What do you mean just stop whenever? I want to make it perfect. Depends on... I don't know, are you doing a commission? You know, if you want to make money as an artist, you gotta do commissions. You can't just draw art just for the sake of it. But yeah, I mean, I guess you can, but you know, you're not gonna get paid. I feel like, anyway. Maybe you're right. I just can't seem to be able to let go of my bad habits. You're always right. And I'm always left. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm slowly going crazy, you know? Have you ever felt that way? You're crazy. As crazy as a crazy person can be. Have you noticed that maybe the great artists turn out crazy in the end? Take Vincent van Gogh, for example. He turned into a total wacko. I mean, cutting off his own ear? Can't really see myself going that far, but I can't be too sure either. I've always hated pain, so maybe I'm safe. Point is, I think that risk comes with the profession, you know. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy to be an artist. It's certainly for me, though, isn't it? I'm too young to be losing what few marbles I have left. You know, maybe we'll need to maybe we need to be put into an asylum one day. To be honest, life might be even more peaceful that way. I wonder if they allow pets in there. I've also been quite bored lately, so it could save me from my boredom too. Have you ever felt like we're stuck in a never-ending loop? I mean, all I do every day is essentially the same thing, isn't it? I wake up, draw a bunch, go to sleep, and repeat. I feel like you can't really call that a fulfilling life, can you? I just hope it's all gonna be worth it in the end. What do you think? That's fair too. At least we're not completely alone. Even if it's just the smallest of variation, it could be enough. Keeps me safe from the monotony, at least. I don't know what I would have done without you. Life must be unimaginably scary alone. I feel my back aching more and more with every passing minute. You gotta stretch, you know? It's really bad to, like, sit in the same position for too long, as I've learned, actually, you know? I never really noticed it, because ever since I started recording videos, and I have to, like, sit in a very proper way so that my mouth is next to my microphone, I have to actually sit in a very particular way and not really change the position too much, because otherwise, you know, my mouth wouldn't be in front of the microphone. I've noticed that, yeah, sitting in one spot is always bad, because when I was younger, you know, I mean, I don't know if this is as healthy though, but I would always change my position like 10 different times, you know. I would just turn into a pretzel at one point, you know. But as it turns out, you know, that is what you're supposed to do, because you shouldn't be sitting in the same spot for too long. Anyway, all I'm saying is that, you know, that's what she needs. You know, she needs some fresh air. She needs to touch some grass. Feels like the world's laying on my shoulders. I forced myself to ignore it as if it's just going to go away on its own. I know it wouldn't. The pain is just going to climb and keep on climbing up towards the base of my neck, making its way to the back of my skull. Then it's going to wrap itself around my entire head. Like a warm blanket, but just not as pleasant. I wish I had a blanket right now. I feel kind of cold. Would it actually help though? Why is it so cold here anyway? Is it winter already? Not like I would know. Wait, What was I talking about again? I have to concentrate on my drawing if I ever want to get some sleep. You know, you two should just get lost already. Can't you see that all you do is cause trouble for me and your mother? All these pills aren't cheap. We can't keep buying this useless shit for you indefinitely. You don't even drink them regularly. Actually, scratch that. I know that one of you doesn't even drink them, period. I found some in the trash. If you don't start drinking everything properly, I might stop being so nice to the both of you. We don't want that, right? No wonder you two are so annoying. You are his children, after all. Stealing happiness away from other people comes natural for you, doesn't it? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. What? Please wait a little longer. I'm almost done here. I can finish it, you'll see. I'm doing it for the both of us. I can't just give up now. No, I'll be good enough. Why are you saying that? Shut up. I don't need you doubting me too. So shut up. Shut up. Go inside. Shut up. As I screamed that, I threw my pen against the wall, nearly hitting him. I doubt myself enough already. All I needed from you was a little bit of support. Sorry too. I should have done that. I could have hurt you. What do you mean it's broken? I finally got up from my chair and approached my bed, the place where my brother was resting this whole time. Let me see. I sat down next to him as he was holding out my pen. Oh. I picked it up and tried to put it back together, knowing it was impossible for me to fix it. I guess there's no fixing that. Brother, can I stay here with you for a while? Thank you. I got up on the bed and sat right next to him. Sorry. Just for a little while, I promise. No, I'm fine. Actually, I lied. I feel like crying right now. I guess the medications wore off, huh? As I said that, I could feel the hot tears begin falling down my face. I know how futile it would be for me to fight them no matter how hard I tried. I don't care anymore. Even if you heard that. I can't take this anymore. Sorry. I don't want you to see me like this. Play the game. So do we stay with our brother or finish our drawing? You know, our brother doesn't seem very... Is he okay? He doesn't seem to be speaking this entire time. We need to finish the job. Finish your drawing. I should go finish up my drawing. Sorry, but I finally feel like I could finish it. Okay. I'll be right back. Don't worry. As much as I wanted to stay with him, I got up and walked back to my tablet. I had to continue working. You can always come and help me. I guess you're right. There on the screen, the usual abyss awaited me. I picked up my pen and tried to continue my painting. Continue my painting. Continue my painting. Continue my painting. How do you do that if the pen is broken? Anyway. Hey, brother. Wake up already. Okay. Oh, okay. So it seems like it repeats. It just repeats, I guess. Alright. Well, this time, let's just stay with our brother. You know, sometimes family is more important than work, I guess. In the context of her family, though, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, stay with your brother. Can I stay a little longer? Of course. Thank you. Did you manage to finish your drawing? No, I gave up on that one. It's a lost cause. I'll just start a new one again. Okay, fine. I'll help you with it. Huh? Really? You're finally gonna help me? Yes. Please stop crying now. Come on, let's go finish it up. Or would you rather we just stay in bed? I'm up. We got up from the bed and I sat back down on my tablet with my brother over me. Okay, let me see now. Not bad at all. The lighting could use some work though. It's also missing some finishing touches, filters and stuff. I knew you would help me. No worries. Anything for my little sister. I think I can finish it now. I'm glad I could help. Although, you still did all of this on your own. I'm impressed. Dad would have been proud. You think so? Absolutely. Thank you. Sister? Sister! Sister, we were just... I see now. Actually, I've known for a while. I'm so sorry, brother. I tried to reach you sooner. I know. It's just, I thought I was gonna lose you for real this time. I was so scared. It's okay, we're safe now. No one can hurt us anymore. Not him, not anyone. You're finally here now. You really are here. If only I finished that drawing sooner. It's okay now. We finished together. It's time to move on. As long as we're together. Yes. Together forever. Okay. Is that it? I'm assuming that's the canonical ending. Thank you for reading. There you go. That's the game. Alright, well, I mean, I guess to interpret that ending, I guess she's freaking dead. You know, that was supposed to be like heaven, you know, like a metaphor for heaven. She passed away and then meets with her brother, who I am assuming committed suicide beforehand, you know? Because the other ending, you know, is implied that he's already committed suicide and he was just talking to a corpse the whole time. Probably because of, you know, underlying mental health issues already. I guess she was just hallucinating that her brother was still alive. But at the same time, she knows that she was keeping the corpse alive as well, or like, you know, keeping the corpse from rotting. Because if you notice, you know, she also implied that the room was very cold. Like she was intentionally trying to keep the body, you know, from rotting and all that. I think. There you go. I mean, it's a little, I don't know how to describe it, but like, it's a little on the nose, I guess, but it's just like, yeah, it's just, it's a little bit of misery porn, you know, which I actually don't hate that much. You know, I feel like a lot of people just don't like misery porn, you know, is the idea, or like, you know, they don't like very bleak stories, right? And then sometimes people like, there's a bit of a backlash, I feel like sometimes when people write like really, really depressing stories, you know? I don't know. I don't mind it. If anything, is realistic, right? You know, there are people who live like this. Anyway, but yeah, so like, you know, basically the story, you know, is very like, I mean, if you haven't already guessed it, but basically their father died. Mother, I'm assuming, went into deep depression, married a different guy, I guess, in a vulnerable state, and this other guy who supposedly was the original father's friend, you know, just came in and, you know, for the rebound for some reason. I don't know why exactly. I wonder if he has his own motivations, possibly. You know, I mean, it wasn't really, because, you know, the stepfather, I feel like, was not really explored as much. I feel like he was just there as like an antagonist, I feel like, for the most part, like as a symbol of like what went wrong in their lives, I feel like. But I do feel like maybe there's a sense of jealousy, maybe. I don't know. He was also kind of like projecting a little bit, I feel like, at the end when he was like scolding the kids and how like, oh, how useless the father was, you know, just like your father, you know, whatever. I feel like maybe he was jealous. I don't know. Maybe he has also some problems. But obviously he was mostly just demonized like a monster, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what the deal with him was. But I mean, supposedly he was also like abusing the kids, right? Beat them up, I guess. I guess the mother wasn't able to do much because, again, her mother was, you know, very depressed and like, I imagine taken advantage of, and, you know, maybe that's why she didn't really do anything to like, deal with the problem, was the fact that I'm assuming anyway that the stepfather was just beating his children. I don't know. That's what it seemed like. Again, child protective services just don't exist in these stories. And, you know, again, maybe like almost like a little bit realistic, because sometimes CPS is like kind of like useless. You know, sometimes they're tied, their hands are tied, you know, because they're like behind bureaucracy and all that. Anyway, but yeah, I guess that's what happens. And of course, the story is about her like worsening mental condition and the fact that she's just talking to herself the entire time. You know, it feels kind of weird though. You know, it does feel like kind of weird that there's like, technically there's dialogue, but like the other person's not saying anything. I guess that's artistic, you know, that's the point, but like it does feel weird reading it. Because it feels like, you know, every time she asks a question, or like there's an expectation of another person, it just skips to the next line and it feels very disjointed. Which again, maybe that's the point, it's like an artistic thing, but it does feel weird. I wish there was a bit of a pause, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it would affect the pacing. It might affect the pacing. It might make it too slow, but I do kind of wish there was a bit of a pause, She asked something like, "Hey, brother," and then the next line is ... You're right. ... I guess so. ... Kind of like that, as if she's responding to something, but you don't hear what the other person is saying, right? Something like that would be kind of interesting, maybe. I'm not sure. Possibly. So, yeah, what else? Regarding the dialogue as well, I wish it was a little bit cleaned up as well. There's a bit of typos in the beginning, I gotta say. Some weird typos here and there. Sometimes the I isn't capitalized, for example, when she's referring to like herself, basically the I, it was capitalized. That's just a small thing, I feel like it needs a bit of proofreading. It's not too bad, but I feel like there's a bit of typos here and there. I feel like the biggest thing as well, I wish the font was... I don't know, it's just a small thing. This is a small graphic design thing, but I feel like the font should be different, to like match the mood of the game. Because the font is like a default, it seems like a default like text, default like font. You should change the font, I feel like, It could be like a custom font. I mean, it could be like this, there's like a kind of like a custom font maybe, or something, kind of like to match the theme of the game, I feel like you should change the font at the very least. Because I feel like that's the only thing that made me feel like it was kind of rough. But otherwise though, I gotta mention though, the art looks good though. There's a lot of different like different how do you say, different like poses that the character does. We mostly just focus on on this character, and the design looks good. Looks cool though, despite the bandages and the broken glasses and everything. But I feel like that fits, right? It also kind of like, I mean, honestly, it does kind of like how do you say, invoke some of the like how do you say, like what do you call it, like, I don't know, like a broken character basically that you want to protect. Basically, that anime waifu that's like, I can fix her, kind of thing going on. I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's a little like shallow to say, but it does invoke a little bit of that too as well. It's kind of like a character that you want to like, because you feel so bad for them, right? So you want to help them. But I feel like that's the idea, it's kind of like creating that bit of like artificial, how do you say, like pity, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. But she does look cute, despite the whole like situation. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I gotta say though, the art definitely looks good though. I think that's the biggest thing that carries it. Coincidentally, because the whole theme is about her like drawing something, I guess, and her being an artist. It's funny how that is, and the art does look good though. It does look great. I gotta say, it does carry the whole game, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, anything else? I mean, just the general story, again, it's a little bit on the nose, a little bit, but I don't mind it. Again, I don't know. I like dark and edgy stuff, so I actually don't mind it at all. I did like the twist a little bit. Yeah, I mean, anything else? I guess the only thing would be, I guess it is a little bit depressing though. It's like, and then and then it's like her life sucks, and that's kind of it. It's kind of like there's no like, I guess, there's no hopeful message, I guess. It's like the ending is just basically she dies. Like there's no like lesson to be learned or like moral of the story, I guess. It's just kind of like life sucks. And that's it. It's like nihilism. I don't know. That's the only thing I might not agree with on like a personal level. I feel like there's, I feel like to make like a story, you can definitely make it depressing and everything, and I feel like that does add a little bit of realism. It kind of get the story is a bit grounded, but I feel like there should be some kind of purpose to the story, right? It shouldn't just be like, and that's it, life sucks, because I know that already. I know life sucks already, but like give me something else, like at least a crumb of like some other hopeful message. Maybe it doesn't have to be like super optimistic either, but something, something that like that we can learn as the audience, that we can like resonate with in the story, I feel like. So I don't know, that's the only thing I gotta say about that, but it's okay. By itself I still think it's okay. It's just, we'll make like a more interesting story, definitely be some kind of like extra message, other than she dies, and that's it. I don't know. That's what I feel like anyway. Like I feel like everything else, like the world building and the setting and like the way we learn about the characters is good. It's just, it's missing a little bit of something, a little bit of a conclusion, I guess. That's more interesting than her like going to heaven, I feel like. I don't know. But that's just me though. That's just my opinion, however. But other than that, it's it's an interesting little vision of, definitely like psychological horror, kind of like grounded in kind of like a bleak reality, which you know, it's like kind of like an uncomfortable reality as well, because it feels a little bit realistic actually. You know, these things do happen in a way, right? A little bit extreme, and sometimes people can't really imagine themselves, you know, personally, but you know, it is a thing, I feel like, you know. But yeah, anyway, I guess yeah, I mean, I guess that's it for Would You Help Me Draw a Picture? But there you go. I guess that's it for this game. Let me just say my usual thing, I guess. So if you want to see more content, then you click that subscribe button. As well, if you want to see more, you can also check out my other playthroughs on the channel. And if you know, I also stream these games live as well, so you can change the notification settings from personalized to all when you subscribe as well to get notified when I go live. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.